is Vanessa, and welcome to the Bad Fanfiction Power Hour. We will be taking a fic from Jurassic Park today called The Raptors Love Us by SmilingDragonDino. Some housekeeping stuff before we get started. I am also the head of the charity department at Animated Con. During this stream, we'll be helping raise money for the Autism Society of Nebraska. They're an amazing organization, and they could really use the help. So if you can just even give $1, every little bit helps. It would greatly be appreciated. Let's just go ahead and get started with The Raptors Love Us by SmilingDragonDino. This story was found on fanfiction.net. Rin, Zoe, Sarah, Daisy, Patty, and their parents came to Isla Sorna to look at dinosaurs. But when some raptors comes and drag 5 girls away in the forest, you understand that this wasn't a good idea. On Hiatus can be rewritten. Romance Adventure, Chapters 4, updated January 5th, 2014. This is a new story I wanted to make because I love Jurassic Park and I hope you like this story. It's about raptors and human love. Hope you enjoy. The Raptors Love Us, Chapter 1, Those Eyes. Raya's POV. The sun shines. There's no clouds on the sky. This would be a perfect day if I just didn't have to go on this boring trip to Isla Sorna. My mother and father wanted to take a look on some of the dinosaurs here. Me and my sisters weren't so interested to look at dinosaurs that actually can eat or just kill us. So we are outside our boat we came with here, and for our mom and dad to return from their trip today. Anyway, I have brown hair that goes to over my bottom. It's in a ponytail. I'm 18 years old and have brown eyes. I have 4 sisters and we all like each other. I sighed and started to walk inside our houseboat. My parents are rich, which means that me and my sisters are rich too. I went into my bathroom. I have my own room just like the other of my sisters. I sat down on my bed and started to write a raptor. I've always wanted to see a raptor and now I have my chance. But I know that raptors are intelligent and are hunting in pack. It's too riskful to try and see a raptor in a close look. Sigh. What are you doing, big sister? I heard someone say from my door. I turned my head to see my youngest sister, Petty. She is 7 years old, have dirty blonde hair that goes to her shoulders, and her eye color is a mix of brown and green. She is such a cutie. I'm writing a raptor, I answer her. Oh, anyway, I came here to tell you that Mommy and Daddy are back. They want us to hear what they saw. That was the last word she say. Then she went downstairs. I wonder if they saw a raptor, I thought, then started walking down to where everyone was waiting for me. I sat down in the couch and looked at the laptop where the pictures were downloaded. Okay, then, let's start with the Brachiosaurus, Mom said, and we started to look at the giants. First we looked at the Brachiosaurus, and then the Stegosaurus, the big bird-looking dinosaurs, and the little green dinosaurs that I don't remember what their name was. Neither do I. I was a little sad that they didn't saw a raptor, but what can I do? Okay, kids, time for bed, my father said. Why does he still see us like little kids? Stop making me feel like a little kid, Zadia yelled at Dad. Zadia is the second oldest of us. She is 16 years old. She have black hair and 2 long ponytails that goes to her waist and dark brown eyes that can make you fear her. Zadia is also a professional gun user. She always have her favorite guns around her shorts if something would happen. She can be quiet sometimes and have a short temper, but I know she cares for us. And tomorrow, are you 5 going with us to look for new dinosaurs to see? Mom said, and that made me a little shocked. Even thought that we had thanked no to this, we still had to come too. I started to walk outside. I'm just going to get some fresh air, I said before closing the door behind me. I looked at the big forest in front of me. I could just guess what kind of dinosaurs that lived in there. Suddenly in some bushes I saw a pair of red eyes staring at me. It has to be a dinosaur, but which one of the species that lives here? I just stared at them for some seconds, I think. Then when I blinked they were gone. That was truly interesting. "Raya, come in now," someone shouted to me. It was Sapphire. She is the middle sister. She is 14 years old. She have blonde hair that goes under her bottom and green eyes. She was in her pajamas. "I'm coming," I shout back. I looked back into the bushes one last time before I went in the boat. I think it will be fun tomorrow. I saw Petty and Dandy asleep on the couch. Dandy is the second youngest. She is 12 years old. She have light brown eyes and light brown hair that goes under her shoulders. I started to smile at them. They are so cute when they sleep. I then started walking upstairs to my room and go to bed. I saw the team that was here and was with Mom and Dad every day when they was in the forest in search. I didn't like the captain for the team. He was wild and could shoot an animal even if it hadn't done something. Sigh. I went to bed and couldn't stop thinking about those eyes. Those eyes. I hope I see the owner of them sometime. Siru's POV. God, how beautiful her eyes were. I could have stared at them forever, but of course I have to go back to my pack. I'm a raptor. I have red eyes and have a mix of brown and copper scales with some feathers on my head. I have a mother, but no father. He got killed when me and my brothers were little. I have 4 brothers. I'm the oldest. Taku is the second oldest and look like me, but he's a little darker. He have blood red eyes that makes him scary. He likes one of the human females just like me. He likes the gun user, which me and the pack are a little confused with, but it's his decision. Then we have the middle brother, Dekatu. He is much lighter than us, and have a mix of pink and red eyes. He likes the green-eyed human. Arisu is the second youngest. He's a little darker than Dekatu and have red eyes with a little hint of pink in them. He often is in his nest and thinks. It has to be about the light brown girl. And last we have Kamu. He looks like me, but is shorter. He always wonders when we are going to take the human girls, or should I say, our mates. When they came a few days ago, me and my brothers checked who it was who came. When we saw the human girls, we thought that they were cuter than any raptor female you could ask for. We told our mother, Bera, that we wanted the human females as our mates. She said it was okay if they made us happy. I was so happy. Hey, Siru, when are we going to take the human girls? Ugh, not again. Tomorrow, Kamu. Really? When and how? I have heard their parents say that they are going with them tomorrow. When they are close enough, we grab them and take them to the rest of the pack. Doesn't that sound a little riskful? Don't worry, I'll explain more detailed tomorrow. I then started to walk back to my nest. Soon my human are going to share it with me. Soon, my human. Soon. How was it? I couldn't think of some names to the raptors first, neither to the girls. I'm going to try update as fast as I can. See ya! A new chapter. Yay. Hope you enjoy. The Raptors Love Us. Chapter 2. Kidnapping. Zadia's POV. This sucks. Why did I have to come with them? I have to shot something when we're out here. Maybe the little green ones or something else. How long are we going to go? Asked Raya. I think she wants to see a raptor. I know that she loves them. It's her favorite dinosaur after all. Not so long. The tower we're going to be in is in the forest. We're going to have perfect view over the dinosaurs there, Dad answered. There should be carnivore dinosaurs there. This could be more fun than I thought. 10 minutes later. Here we are, up in the tower now, Dad said as we looked up in a wood tower. It was a ladder up to a tree with a hut pretty high. I looked around in the forest before I started to climb the hut. I have a feeling that we're going to wish that we didn't came here. Dandy's POV. I don't like this place. We're in the middle of a forest with who knows in it. Okay, I have a camera, so look out and maybe I can catch some pictures, Mom said. Well, I guess we're going to be here a long time. 1 hour later. We have seen compies, a T-Rex, and the little green ones. I'm sorry, I don't remember what they are. Sorry. Raya doesn't seem to be happy. Maybe she wants to see our dinosaur we haven't seen yet. I guess we just have to wait. Roar! What the hell? What was that? Petty answered with fear in her voice. I'm sure it was just a T-Rex, Mom said, trying to sound calm. I know she was scared too. No, I think it's bigger. Bigger? Which carnivore dinosaur is bigger than a T-Rex? Think. Then the ground shook a little. I think something big is coming. Mom, what dinosaur is bigger than the T-Rex, have a big mouth, and have a sail on its back? Petty asked Mom. Wait, sail? I think it's only one carnivore dinosaur with sail. OMG! Did you say sail, Petty? Raya asked. Yes, and the bad thing is that big creature is coming this way, she said. God, it's a Spinosaurus, Raya said. We all looked where Petty looked. Yep, we are dead. Petty's POV. This dinosaur was huge. No, I'm really scared. What are we going to do? What if we die? I don't want to die today. I'm too young to die. Someone save me. Everybody down, whispered Raya. We all got down on and didn't say a word. I think we are all scared. It sounded like the Spinosaurus grumbled out there. Crash! The Spinosaurus had his mouth in the hut. We all started to scream. Now the big Spiny out there know we are here. I call the Spinosaurus for Spiny, just so you know. Get out of here, yelled Sapphire. We started to crawl through the exit. Raya was first and started to climb down as fast as she could. Spiny was on the other side of the tree, so we had some luck. Dandy started to climb down when Raya started. Then it was me, and then Sapphire, and then Zadia. Mom and Dad were after Zadia. When you're down, run as fast as you can, Mom yelled to us. I don't think we have any other choice. When Raya was down, she helped Dandy down faster. I jumped, and Sapphire and Zadia did it too, and we started to run for our lives. Taku's POV. This better be good. Of course, I'm happy, because I'm going to get my human, but I'm a little unsure about my brother's plan. It looked like they would go out today with our humans. We are standing in some bushes waiting for our humans to pass. We are a little worried because we heard the Spinosaurus, or Spiny, who everyone calls him, roar. But then we heard someone from our pack say that they nicked it from him and had started running this way. Now we just have to wait until they come here, and we can take them to our nest. I wonder what my human's name is. I've seen her and all that, but I've never heard someone say her name. Hey, how long does it take for them to come here? Asked Kamu. Grrr, that little brat. He always goes on my nerves. They're coming when they're coming. Don't mess this up now, said Takatu. I'm totally with you, brother. Don't be so angry, I just asked, Kamu replayed. I'm not angry, Takatu said. Oh, really? Kamu said for teasing. I have a feeling that this plan isn't going to be a success. Don't try to make me angry and real, you little brat, Takatu shouted back. Cut it out, Siru yelled at them. It ended with that we all yelled and shouted at each other. Then I heard something that sounded like footsteps and they came behind us. They didn't look out of the bushes anymore, so they didn't see if they were coming. I quickly looked behind us and saw our humans run by us. We missed them. My brothers didn't seem to realize that the plan was destroyed. If you want your humans, then I would run after them now, I said calm. They all stopped yelling at each other and looked at me without saying a word. We missed them. Come on. We have to take them before their parents comes, Sira said, and the fun has begun. Zadia's POV. We had run around for 5 minutes, and I saw that Petty started to get tired. I knew that she couldn't run as long as the rest of us. I took her hand when I saw that she started to slow down. We're almost at the boat. We can't stop now. But I'm worried about Mom and Dad. Did they make it from the Spinosaurus? I hope they are okay. Then I heard something behind us. I turned my head only to see 5 raptors after us. Oh my God. Hey girls, I think we have to run a little faster, I yelled to them as I started to speed up. Why? Raya yelled back. Because we have 5 of your favorite dinosaurs after us, I yelled to her. She looked back at the raptors and started to run like an idiot. Sigh. I looked back again and saw the raptors nearer and nearer us. Please say that the boat is near. Then I felt that we didn't run at grass anymore. I saw sand, and that was a good. I could see our boat now. We hurried in and closed the door and locked it. God. Hey, Raya, remind me to ask Mom and Dad why we came here, I said. Sure, Raya answered. Then I saw Sapphire go to the window and look out. I guess she looked after the raptors. Do you see them? I asked her. She turned her head to me. No, I think they went back into the forest, she said. Good, but then I saw something run this way. Wait, I said and looked out. What I saw made me froze. To my horror, the raptors were going to break the window. Run! They're going to break the window! I shouted, and we all started to run upstairs. I then heard a crash that made it pretty clear that the raptors was inside. Where are we going? Asked Petty. Well, where can we go? Up, Raya answered simply. Up? She mean up there? If we go up to the deck, or what it's called, we can jump down in the water, Raya explained. Smart. I think that's our rescue for now. We made it up to the deck. They climbed up to a hatch and then up to the deck, and looked down at the water. It was pretty high. I knew that this was going to be harder than I thought. Petty didn't like high places. Then we saw that the raptors tried to open the hatch. They shouldn't make it, but I knew that it was going to break very soon. We have to jump now, I yelled to my sisters. Okay, me and Dandy jump first, Sapphire said. They jumped down without hesitate. I looked over to Petty. I saw her shake. I don't want to jump, she said. You don't have to worry. I jumped down first and catch you, Raya said. Raya and I nodded to each other, and she jumped down. Sapphire and Dandy were still in the water and waiting for everyone. Then Raya's head came up from the water and looked up at us. Okay, I'm ready. Come here, Petty. I don't know if I can, Petty said, scared. Don't worry, I can count to 3 and you jump, okay? I said, calm to her. Okay, she said, and took a grip on the rod. 1, 2, crash! 3, I said, and pushed her a little. I knew that the raptors were up here now. I quickly took the rod and jumped, but I stopped in the air. I looked up to see what it was that had stopped me, and what I saw made me really scared. One of the raptors, the darkest, Taku, had my foot in his mouth. I started to search for my guns, and when I was going to take them and shot the raptor, I draw them. The raptor then started to lift me up on the deck. I could hear my sister scream down in the water for me. I was so scared right now. The raptor got me over the rod and let go of my foot. I just sat there scared and full of fear. And then the raptor just stared me in the eyes. He aren't going to eat me? He then opened his mouth, and I could feel something in his breath that made me tired and dizzy. I then felt myself fall on the floor and entering darkness. I'm back. First of all, I want to say that I'm sorry for my spelling. Please forgive me. I don't know if you looked at my profile, but I'm from Sweden. I hope that explained a lot. I also hope that this chapter is good and better spelled. I also have to say that I've changed the names of the humans. Raya, Rin, Zadia, Zoe, Sapphire, Sarah, Dandy, Daisy, and Petty, Patty. The name is from Soul Eater. I don't change the raptor's name because I suck at names. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. P.S. Don't misunderstand the title, please. I couldn't think of a better. Chapter 3, Sleeping with a Raptor. Daisy's POV. I could only watch with fear when I saw my big sister being pulled up on the deck by the dark raptor. I saw him let go of her foot and look at her. Why didn't he eat her? I then saw Zoe fall on the deck floor. I guess she fainted or something. Then the dark raptor took her with his arms and started to drag her away from our view. I want to help her, even if I know that I can't without they killing me. What do we do now? I asked my sisters. It's more dangerous in the forest, but the raptors are still here. At least, I think so. What if they're waiting for us to come, and then take us too? Oh no. This is bad, really bad. Well, we could make a dash to the forest, but the raptors are presumably still here and waiting for us to get up in the water. Rin said. That's exactly what I meant. So what do we do? We start with looking around if we can see the other raptors, Sarah said. I guess that would be a start. Okay. We look around a little, Rin said. I knew she was afraid of coming too close to this dinosaurs. If you do, you can lose your nose, or worse. We all started to swim around a little and look up at the deck that we could reach from the water. We couldn't see anything or any raptor. I decided to look a little closer, so I took a grip on the rod and climbed up, so I sat on the rod. I still couldn't see any of those raptors. They must be hiding somewhere. I were about to tell my sisters to come up next to me, but when I just had turned my head down to them, I felt someone's breath on my neck. Oh God. I saw my sisters in the water looking up at me with horror in their faces. I slowly turned my head, just to be met by a scaly face. It was the second smallest raptor, Irisu. He opened his mouth a little, and his breath made me dizzy. So he got presumably knocked out of this breath, and I was about to be it too. I couldn't hold my eyes opened anymore, so I fell into the raptor's arms and got knocked out. Sarah's POV. No, not Daisy too. I tried to grab Daisy from the raptor but failed. He started to run off the boat and into the jungle. Then the other raptors came and looked down at us in the water. I saw the lightest raptor looking me in the eyes. I have to say he's pretty beautiful for being a raptor. I really like his eyes. Then I realized that my two sisters next to me were in the same position. They were staring the other two raptors in the eyes. Then the raptor in front of me opened his mouth with many sharp teeth and used the same breath that knocked Zoe and Daisy out. But this breath didn't make me dizzy or sleepy. My body just went limp. Was he going to let me drown? But he didn't let that happen. He just took me with his hands and pulled me out of the water. I don't want to die today. I'm too young for that. Please let me live. Okay, that sounds stupid, but hey, I'm about to die. But he didn't kill me now either. He just stared at me for some seconds and started to run off the boat. I looked back to see Rin and Patty in the raptor's arms. I swear, if I survive this, I'm going to tell Mom and Dad. What was it I said? I said that to them the day we came here, that something bad was going to happen, but they didn't listen to me again. Anyway, I hope Mom and Dad are all right. Takatu's POV. When I finally got my human, I started to run into the forest. I knew that my brothers were right behind me. We had to get back to the nests, but thanks to that, we missed them in the forest before we can't make it back home tonight. I looked back at my brothers and they nodded to me. I understood that it meant that we were going to sleep here in the forest with our humans. I really need to know her name. I can't call her my human all the time. It's kind of annoying. I then saw a little cave where me, my brothers, and the humans could sleep in tonight. Siru, Kamu, can we sleep in that cave? I asked them while stopping. They stopped beside me and looked at the cave. Yes, we can, Siru answered. I walked over to a tree and made the forest floor a little more comfortable with leaf and grass, and placed me and my human down on the now more comfortable forest floor. I looked down at her, and she, compared with me, looked uncomfortable. She looked tired and cold. So I curled myself close to her and started to nuzzle her neck a little. She shivered at that. I don't want her to be uncomfortable with this, but she has to harden with that. I'm going to do this with her, like every night. Hee hee. And when we know each other well, we can go any further than this. I'm such a nighty raptor. I looked up at her again, and she seemed to relax a little more now. She slowly started to close her eyes and curl a little more into me. I purred a little. She's so cute. I then yawned and fell asleep next to my soon-to-be mate. Kamu's POV. Me and my cute little human were in my little leaf and grass bed curled up next to each other. I could tell that she was cold after their little bath, but seeing her cold and curl up next to me just made her cuter. She is cuter than any raptor I've seen before, and human. Just wait until Mom meets her. I'm sure they're going to be good friends. And then I can be her forever and ever. Yay! I really act like a little kid, right? Well, I can't help it. Achoo! I looked down at my human who had sneezed. She rubbed her nose a little and that looked so cute. Why does she have to be so cute? Of course, it is a good thing, but it makes me want to lick her everywhere in the face. I know I'm crazy. Anyway, sleep time. I gave my little cutie, who was already asleep, a lick on the cheek before I started to fall asleep too. Ciro's POV. Tomorrow, we're going home and welcome our humans to our pack. I don't know if Taku and Arisu is there yet. I hope our soon-to-be mates likes dinosaur meat. I started to lick and nuzzle my mate's neck. She first seemed a little frightened, but it soon faded away. I guess this isn't going to be so hard after all. How lucky I am. I then placed my head on her stomach and fall asleep. Sarah's POV. When the raptor nuzzled my neck a little, I shivered. It was a little uncomfortable, but at the same time, it felt okay. He looked to be in deep thoughts. Oh, I'm freezing. I looked at the raptor again and decided to take the risk to curl up to him a little more. To my surprise, he purred. He actually purred, and it sounded cute. When I understood that it was okay for me to lie this close to him, I started to fall asleep like him. Patty's POV. I couldn't help but sneeze when I was in the raptor's curled body. I started to run my nose and could feel the raptor's eyes on me, but he didn't make any sound. After some time, I couldn't hold my eyes opened anymore, so I fell asleep. But I could feel the raptor's tongue licking my cheek before I started to dream about Mom and Dad. Rin's POV. This still makes no sense. Why haven't the raptors killed us yet? Velociraptors always kill their prey without hesitation. The only reason they wouldn't kill us is if we aren't meant to their food. But what would they want us for? God, I'm starting to get a headache. Then, all of a sudden, the raptor started to lick and nuzzle my neck. I started to get frightened, but the raptor looked at me with loving eyes. My fright for him soon faded away, and I started to fall asleep. The raptor placed his head on my stomach, and I really started to believe that they wanted us for something different than food. Finished! I apologize for the long wait and for my spelling. I don't know if this one is better, but I hope so. Please review and tell me what you want to happen next. Maybe I can't write everything, but I'm going to do my best. See ya! Hi guys, I really want to thank you for all your reviews. It makes me happy to see that you like my story. I also want to inform you that I'm working on a new story, and I promise to continue this one, of course. I hope you enjoyed this chapter and can take your time to review. XC. Before we start the story, I want to thank you, the clever girl, for your suggestion about the tour on the island. Smiley face. Now on with the story. Chapter 4, The Tour, Part 1, Rin and Ciro. Rin's POV. I'm in my house home in San Diego. It's my birthday today, and I got a really big present from my mom and dad. It's just as high as I am. I take the ribbon between my fingers and pull it, and when the ribbon is gone, I start to tear the paper of my present to pieces. When the paper was gone, I stared at the big cardboard box in front of me. I started to stretch my arm out so I could open the cardboard box, but before I could reach it, the box started to move slightly side to side. I started to back up. I looked for Mom and Dad and my sisters, but they weren't there. I started to panic, and before I could scream, something flew out of the cardboard box and pinned me on the ground. When I opened my eyes, they widened, because the thing that had me pinned on the ground was a raptor. A velociraptor. The raptor looked so familiar. It has the same eyes as... No, now I remember. The trip, the Spinosaurus, the raptors, the kidnapping, that raptor. I wasn't home. I wasn't with my parents. Just surrounded with tons of trees and dinosaurs. On an island that no one would ever want to be on. I'm on this island. I'm trapped on this island. And I'm going to die on this island. Mom, Dad, sisters, please. I snapped my eyes open, just to find my body next to the raptor. That raptor. I silently tried to get myself out of his grasp on me. However, it didn't go so well. Because when I had just moved my arm, he opened one eye and looked at me. I froze, unable to move a muscle. We're doing the stare thing again. I dared to look away from him, which made him stand up. But his tail was still around my waist to make sure that I didn't run away. He stretched his muscular body and then looked down at me. He bent down his head and nuzzled me a little. He then motioned me to get up. I slowly stood up, not looking at him. Then he made some strange sounds to me and started pushing me. I guess he wants me to go that way, I thought. Do you want me to go that way? I asked him. Yeah, call me dumb for trying to talk to a velociraptor. But to my surprise, the raptor nodded his head and pushed me a little again. Okay, here goes. I started walking with him at my side. I think this raptor doesn't want to eat me or give me to some chicks. We walked into the jungle without any of us saying a word, or what kind of sounds the raptor makes. I realized that the nature here is actually pretty beautiful. High trees, soft ground, a river. 2 hours later. This island is so amazing. The last hours have this raptor actually shown me the most of this island. I think he gave me a tour as to show me he mean no harm. I had talked to him a little and he just nodded or shacked his head for an answer. I wish I knew his name, and then it would be much easier to talk to him. Thud. Huh? Was that the ground shaking? Thud. Now it happened again. I looked at the raptor beside me. His face showed one thing. Fear. Those signs made my brain finally work things out. The ground shaking, a raptor that shows fear. There's a big carnivore coming this way. What could it be? A Ceratosaurus? A Baryonyx? No, they were too small to make the ground shake. That leaves it to a T-Rex and a Spinosaurus. Or the Spinosaurus. All of a sudden, the trees in front of us were pushed aside. Stand still, stand still. I read in a book that the T-Rex vision is based on movements. However, I realized that he was walking straight at us. If we didn't move, he would be cursed under his massive feet. What the hell am I supposed to do? The foot was just about to land at me before I was pushed out of the way. The raptor had saved me. But now the problem was that Big, Dangerous, and Scary had seen us move. He let out a big roar before charging at us. I couldn't think of anything than scream at a moment. The raptor, however, in some kind of way, shoved me on his back and started running. Oh my god! This isn't like riding a horse! I closed my eyes and just hoped that everything would soon be over. Serious POV. I just hate T-Rexes. They always destroy the best moments. I ran as fast as I could. If I remember right, there should be a building somewhere here. Ah, there it is. It was an old building where the humans had been before they left the island. I quickly ran into the building and hid behind some tanks. I saw the T-Rex out there. He really seemed pissed off. After some minutes of searching, he walked away with a loud roar. I looked behind me to see my human, or mate. No, she can't be my mate completely before we have... No, I can't think of that now. It's too early for her now, and she needs to know me better before we do it. I was so lost in my thoughts that I first didn't realize that she looked at me until she uttered a small little word. Thank you. My heart bumped in happiness. She thanked me. That means she trusts me. Woohoo! She stood up and looked around. Where are we? She asked me. I shrugged. It was true that I really didn't know what they had done in here. I never entered this building either. I saw her walk to desk with some little gray things on. This looks like earpieces, she said, and looked at a paper on the wall. Earpieces for Raptor language finished. Really? These little things make a human able to speak Raptor? It just sounds weird. Do you think they still work? She asked me, and put one of the earpieces in her ear. Does it work? I asked her. She gasped and looked at me for some seconds. They work. At least this one. Oh, this is truly amazing. Was this a dream? My soon-to-be mate could understand me? Yes, finally something good happens. Now that I understand you, what is your name? She asked me. Zero. And you? Rin. Rin, huh? Not a bad name. Hey, Siru, I have a question for you. Why did you and the other 4 raptors kidnap me and my sisters? I knew she would ask me that. Well, the truth is that me and my brothers have observed you and your sisters since you came to this island, and we actually became interested in you. What do you mean when you say interested? Well, we actually... Oh God, this was so hard. I was going to confess my love for her, but I don't think I have the strength to do that. Maybe I could just say something that would give her a little clue about how I feel. We wanted you to tell us more about how you live, and so... That just sounded stupid, but what was I supposed to say? Oh, well, I guess as long as you don't hurt us, it's okay. Then that means I can take her to our nest. So, can you come with me to our nest? I asked with my voice and eyes full of hope. Sure, if my sisters are there. Yippee! Oh no, I start to sound like Kamu. Oh, they will. Come on now. My pack will greet you nicely when we come there, I said to her. She hopped on my back, and we made our way to our home. I'm really sorry for the long wait, guys, but school and schoolwork take time. I promised to try update earlier next time, so please don't stop reading. I think I will only take one person or raptor for each chapter. See ya! And that is unfortunately the end of The Raptors Love Us. SmilingDragonDino, if you are still out there, if you're still writing, finish this, please. It's a ride. There are some good bits in this. There's some genuinely good bits in this that you could definitely keep up. Love the suspense, love the drama. I gotta know how this ends. Please, 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 if you're out there, finish this fic. This is amazing. Your English is actually pretty good, and I'm pretty sure it's improved by now. So please finish this. This is amazing. Alright, so unfortunately that brings us to the end of this panel, the Bad Fanfiction Power Hour. Once again, I'm your host, Vanessa. I am also the head of the charity department at Animated Brascon. Please consider donating even $1 to the Autism Society in Nebraska using the link below. Every dollar helps. Thank you so much. If you want to hear more bad fanfiction read by me, please let us know. I have a lot more bad fanfic at my disposal. Let me know if you want me to read more. I will gladly find more terrible fic online.